Well, in case our injury report could not get any worse for Chelsea going into our second last match of this season against Manchester City, it has. It's somehow gotten worse. I thought we were out of the neck of the woods with this difficulty of a season with all these injuries, yet we are back to where we were mid-season with all these injuries. Now, granted, these games really do not matter for Chelsea, and also that is the good thing about these matches. We do not have to get a win. We can get a draw. We can get a loss. We're not getting relegated. We're not even moving up the table. I think the best we can do is 9th position. We're sitting at 11th, so again, not the end of the world. This season needs to get done. We need to go back and look at our physios and make sure that next season we have the right guys there and gals working with these players to make sure that our players stay fully fit. Now, this weekend going against Manchester City, who could win the Premier League this weekend over Chelsea, which means that Arsenal will not win the Premier League. So that is what it is. So I guess maybe that is the one silver lining with us losing this weekend, that it hurts Arsenal. But that being said, let's talk about our injury report. So the big ones that we already know about are going to be Reece James, Mason Mount. Those two guys, again, are out for the rest of the season. Same with Broja. So again, not really going to talk about these players since we know they are going to missing. On top of that, though, Ben Chilwell's out. Koulibaly's out. Cucurella's out. Those three players. So again, massive defenders being out. And we also now have Bata-Shield who's going to be out as well. So that is 5 big defenders, including Reece James. But again, we already knew he was out. So 5 defenders out right now for Chelsea. On top of that, we also have Kovacic and Conte, who just came back from an injury. And the fact that he's injured again, this really does beg the question about his future at Chelsea, because if he keeps picking up injuries, it's going to be very, very difficult for us to really have an idea with this squad next season. Because if we're thinking that Enzo and Conte can pair up, that may not be an option if he's always hurt. But I digress. The fact that we have this many defenders out, though, will make it very, very interesting for Frank's lineup this weekend. I think we're going to have a lot more youth players. I think Lewis gets the left side again. He did this past weekend. I was blanking on his name for a quick second. I also think Azpilicueta is most likely going to start, and probably Wesley Fofana. But if maybe he doesn't start, maybe we go with Trevor Chalobah and Thiago Silva. I'm really curious to see how this back line is going to work, because, like I said, with that many defenders out, Frank Lampard does not have many options. So again, the fact that we're already playing Manchester City, we're going to probably let up goals. But now that we're playing a very, very young side with a lot of injuries, it's going to be difficult. And whoever we put in between the sticks, I don't think it's going to matter, whether it's Kepa or Mendy. I'm not going to fault either of those in this match because, again, it's Manchester City. They've been steamrolling every single team, including Real Madrid in the Champions League, because they are in the finals now. So, again, really not going to think there's going to be a clean sheet for our guys, but maybe they could surprise us. We can never know what could happen. But midfield-wise, again, with Kovacic and Conte out, this will be very difficult. And Ruben Loftus-Cheek has been rumored they may be moving to AC Milan, so we may not see him play again as a Chelsea player, which will be a hard pill to swallow because I definitely enjoyed this guy. Again, I was really hoping that he was going to work out at Chelsea, but after that Achilles injury a few seasons ago, really, again, nothing's really been panning out for this player. So hopefully he can leave Chelsea, have a solid career at AC Milan. But like I said, because of that, we may not see him play again, which that really leaves our midfield wide open as well for this match. So that being said, my prediction is we get blown out of the water by Manchester City. I want to say we're probably going to let up 5 goals, which, again, I'd hate for us to see that, but I do not see us having any way of stopping Manchester City this weekend, and especially with the motivation, determination, and how well this team's been performing under Pep Guardiola, I don't see anyone stopping him anytime soon. So that is your news on the injury report, though, with all these players. Again, I'm not even sure how many players it actually was total, but the fact that we have that many defenders out, these last 2 games just are going to be very, very rough. So that is all I have for you today in the injury report. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe down below. I greatly appreciate that, and I will see you in our next video.